Hello everyone, welcome to Rajeshwari's Commerce Management Study Hub. I am Rajeshwari here. Let us discuss today cash flow statement. So what is this cash flow statement? Why we need to prepare the cash flow statement? We are going to understand today. Here you need to understand first what does the cash means. Normally cash means we know whatever the money we are giving that will be considered as a cash immediately, right? But under cash flow statement, your cash means not only the cash, it also includes the cash equivalents. Cash equivalents. So, which are cash equivalents? Check draft, marketable securities, investments, which are 3 months or less than 3 months. Normally, investments will be in long term, but only the short term investments that too should get matured within 3 months or less than 3 months. Only those investments will be considered. And mainly, bank. The bank balance is also considered as a cash under cash flow statement. And the last one is foreign currency. Foreign currency. All these items we are considering as a cash and the cash equivalents while preparing the cash flow statement. Okay. Now, what is this flow? Here, the flow you are taking into consideration whatever the cash coming into the business, going out of the business. Coming into the business, going out of the business. When cash is coming in, it increases the cash. Increases the cash. So you are adding. When cash is going out, the effect on this on the cash is decreased. So you are deducting. Okay. The cash inflow and cash outflow. What basis you are recording this inflow and outflow? The cash inflow and outflow will be considered based on this activities. Activity. There are three types of activity. Three types on these activities. The first one is operating activity. Operating activity. Here, the income statement you can take it. The effect of income statement. ನೀವು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಏನೇನು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರ ಅಕ್ರೂವಲ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀರಿ ಅಂಡರ್ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದ operating and non-operating incomes and expenses under operating activities. Okay. The second one is investment activity. Investments ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಲ್ವಾ ನೀವು ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಯುವರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೊ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಿನಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್. ಫಿನಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ ನ ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಫಿನಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. Your debt and equity proportion or preferences, issuing, redeeming, all these are coming under the financing activity. Now we'll understand more about these three activities with the help of this chart. Here, see, activity, cash inflow, cash outflow. See, already I have said when cash is coming into the business, inflow, in the point of view of business, it is an addition. When cash is going out, the outflow of cash is a deduction or subtraction in the business. Okay. Now operating activity. Operating means your activities, whatever the day-to-day activities to generate revenue. The activities are taking place in the business. No, all those you are recording under the operating activity. Sale of goods and services. You are getting cash. Receipts. Any receipts means any fees you received, royalty received, commission received, any other revenues if you have received, all those are coming under operating activity cash inflow. Now, any payments. To get the work done, you need to pay salary to the employees. So, you are making payment that reduces your cash. You purchased an inventory, reduces your cash. Any operating expenses you have paid and tax you have paid. All these are reducing your cash. So, you are recording under cash outflow. Okay. Investment activity. Investment means you are taking in a future, that is long term. Purchase of property, plant and equipment, machinery, all these are coming property, plant and equipments, right? Investment on intangible assets, all these are coming under cash outflow because you are purchasing. When you purchase, the asset is coming in. Here we are taking considering the activities which are related to the increasing or decreasing the cash. When you purchase, you made a payment in cash. So cash has been reduced. That's why the purchase we are deducting. Sales we are adding. The machinery or whatever the asset you have sold is going out, but instead of that asset you are receiving a cash back. Okay. Sale of PPE, receipts from interest and dividend. You have done investment in another company, for that you have received an dividend. So when you receive a dividend, that is coming under investment activity. When you pay dividend, that is coming under the financing activity cash outflow, because you paid dividends, reduced your cash, right? So that's why. Now issue of preference shares or equity shares, so that increases your cash. Okay. The procurement of loan, any loans you have borrowed, increases cash. It is a liability, but still it is increasing. The effect we are seeing in the point of view of cash. Okay. Issuance of debt, bonds or note payable, all these are coming under the inflow of financing activity. Okay. Now, let us understand this with the help of the format. The cash flow statement prepared as per the Accounting Standard 3 revised. The cash flow statement we can present in a two form. One is direct, another one is indirect. Now we'll understand. We are always using indirect method only, because under direct method only the gross receipts will be considered. Under indirect method, we'll take the net profit as per the profit and loss account and the cash balance. So the beauty of this cash flow statement is, here you can see the format of the cash flow statement. Cash flow statement as per Accounting Standard 3. So this is under direct method. Cash flow statement for the period ended. Cash flow from operating activity. First one, the cash receipts from customer, cash paid to the supplier and employees. So cash generated from operations, income tax paid, that we are deducting. Okay. So cash flow from operation before extraordinary items. If any extraordinary items is there, that we are adding it back. Then we will get a net cash from operating activity. Then after this, we'll take cash flow from investment activity. Any proceeds, sales is there of fixed assets, means that we are adding. Purchases we are deducting. Interest received, dividend received, we are adding. Okay. Then net cash flow from investing activity. Cash flow from financing activity. Whatever the shares we have issued, that will be added with the loan borrowed. Any repayment or interest paid, dividend paid will be deducted. So net cash flow from financing activity will get either it will be increase or decrease in the cash. The final amount we are taking with the opening cash, the balance automatically will get it to the closing cash for the period. This will be given in the question. Both you will get opening and closing. You need to get tally with your closing cash balance after all the activities. So this is about the direct method. But under indirect method, this is indirect method. Cash flow statement for the period ended. Cash flow from operating activity. Net profit for the period before tax. Before tax amount we are taking. To this amount, we are adding the non-cash items, whatever debited to the profit and loss account. Whatever the expenses we have debited already, we have deducted, no? That we are adding back. Okay. Non-cash items. Depreciation is a non-cash item. Interest paid, foreign exchange loss, loss on sale of any fixed assets or investments. So all these items we are adding. Then less adjustments for other activities. These are credited to the profit and loss account. Interest on, dividend on, profit on sale of any fixed assets. All the incomes we are deducting, expenses we are adding. Okay. Then we'll get operating profit before working capital changes. Accounts of changes in working capital. Here, observe, please note down, take pen and pencil, write this format. If you understand the format, no need to by heart. By heart ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. And this is the 100% question you are going to get in your exam, and you can score out from this question. Okay, so please try to understand the format, don't by heart. If you buy hat, it will be there for a short term. Account of changes in working capital. You need to add ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಯಾವುದನ್ನ, increase in current liability. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ, ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ current liability. When it is increasing. Example, you borrowed a loan of rupees 1 lakh. 1 lakh cash ಬಂತಲ್ವಾ? So that's why you need to add increase in current liability. Decrease in current asset you are adding. By comparing the previous year and the current year, you are adding increase in current liabilities, decrease in current assets. Which are all coming under current asset and current liabilities? See here. Current assets are. Here you are not considering these two, because our problem is based on the cash only, and bank is also coming under the cash. It will be considered as a cash equivalent, no? That's why you are not considering this. Bills receivable, sundry debtors, temporary investments, stock or inventories, prepaid expenses, accrued income. These are all coming under current asset. And current liabilities are bills payable, creditors, outstanding expenses, bank overdraft, short-term advances, dividends payable, proposed dividend, provision for taxation. All these are coming under the current liabilities. Okay. Then less, just vice versa. Here you have added increase in current liability. So you are deducting decrease in current liability. Then here you have added decrease in current assets. You are deducting increase in current assets. Then we'll get cash generated from operation. Okay. From this amount, less income tax paid. add any extraordinary items is there. If it is there, you need to add. Then we will get cash flow from operating activities. The rest other two activities, like it is similar as you have done in the direct method. So just you are taking cash flow from investment activity. Investment activities ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀರಾ, ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ನ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಫಿನಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎನಿ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ರೀಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ to the all these activities, the net amount whatever you have received, no, to that, then you should get your closing balance of cash. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ನೀವು ಆನ್ಸರ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್? ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಮೊದಲು ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ ಪಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಈ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಏನು? ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆಡ್ ಆಲ್ ನಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್, ನಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಪಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಈ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕ ಮೇಲೆ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇನ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್. ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿನ, ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ನ. ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ವೈಸ್ ವರ್ಸ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿನ, ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ನ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ I have already shown. Then you will get net operating cash flow. You need to deduct the tax paid also. ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇಡ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ನ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎನಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ನ, ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಈ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಅವ್ರು ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅನ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೋಸ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಿನಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್. ಫಿನಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಫಿನಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಫಿನಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಡ್. ಎನಿ ರೀಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಡಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ನೆಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಫಿನಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ದೆನ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಆಡ್ the opening cash balance to the cash finally whatever you have received from these activities you have found, no, to that amount you need to add opening. Automatically you will get your cash closing cash balance. Closing cash balance. I hope you all understood. Thank you for watching. In the upcoming video, I'm going to upload the practical on cash flow statement. Have a great day. Don't by heart, try to understand the format. If you understand, you will never make mistakes. Thank you. If you are not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe the channel, press bell icon to receive updates. Have a great day.